Good morning everyone, and welcome to the Baking Biker. Welcome to day 10 of our Great Falls motorcycle trip. Today we're leaving Ennis, Montana and headed over to Missoula, Montana. We're going to take Highway 287 from Ennis to Twin Bridges and then Highway 41 up to Butte. From Butte we're going to get on I-90 just for a short ways and then down on Highway 1 to go through Anaconda, Phillipsburg, and then back up to I-90 and I-90 into Missoula. And as you can tell in my voice, I do have a cold. So we'll see how motorcycling and a cold goes together. Again, it should be a beautiful ride. There aren't going to be any scenic viewpoints or anything today, but there should be some beautiful countryside, ranching, farming, and all that kind of scenery. As you can see, we have clear blue skies, and right now it's in the upper 50s, but it's going to be 100 degrees today, so it's going to be a hot ride. So, let's ride. So like I said, we're leaving Ennis, a nice little old western town. They get a lot of people here that are fishing. I think they're fishing for trout along the Madison River. Because I have a picture, it looks like a rainbow trout. And we stayed last time at the Rainbow Inn. And there were a lot of fishermen there. Oh, sorry about my nose. I have a cold. See how this cold and motorcycling go together. So you see, clear blue skies, not a cloud in the sky. Right now it's the lower 60s and it should be 100 degrees. So it's going to be a hot day, hot ride. Not many scenic viewpoints. Mostly just riding some of the back roads and smaller highways between Ennis and Missoula. Welcome to Virginia City. Historic, resisting change since 1863. So this is the old western town of Virginia City. Did you see the hat on that gentleman? Wow. Look at these buildings here. All these old western buildings are still up, standing. Wow. But that was Virginia City. On my right is the Jefferson River. The Jefferson River leads into the headwaters of the Missouri River. So the Madison River and the Jefferson River come together and create the Missouri River. And that is the river on my right, the Jefferson River. Real pretty here. On my right it's all green because of the river, and on my left it's all brown because it's really dry. They have no river. Like they were silver mining here. Yes, it looks like silver mining operation here. Look at those wheels. They're huge. And then the tires, look how huge those are. And then these other ones. Wow, look at these. Rope drive compressor wheels. Those are huge. So this is Silver Star City. Going through the
Continental Divide, elevation 6,393 feet. So we just crossed the Continental Divide once again. So now we're on the west side of the Continental Divide, which means all the rivers now flow to the Pacific. So a little straight ahead and to my left is Butte, Montana. That is where we're going to get stopped for breakfast and also a photo op for Rick at the Uptown Cafe for his Cafe to Cafe ride. We're coming into Butte, and on my right it looks like a huge mining operation. That hill with all the different colors to it, yeah, that's a mining operation. It's just huge. And there is the Uptown Cafe. So all Rick needs to do is get a picture of him and his bike in front of the Uptown Cafe. So we'll get parked and take his picture. So we had a really nice breakfast here at Mick and Goldie's. It's a bakery. They do breakfast sandwiches, and then they have a nice display case of some baked goods. They're a little small place, but it was nice. So, time to leave Butte. Rick got his photo op. We got a little breakfast. We'll get some gas and head down the road. So we just left Butte. We're headed west on I-90. Now we try to avoid I-90 as much as possible, but there are times when there's no other way to get from point A to point B without getting on the freeway. On my left is the Anaconda Smelter Smoke Plant. You can see it for miles and miles and miles. A dam on my left, and it looks like there's the pipe on my left, as if they're sending the water a certain way, like it's their drinking water or it's irrigation water. And we have this creek now. We have this like an aqueduct system. Closed aqueduct system on my left. It's really nice coming through the canyons here. Way up in the valley. Crossing the Clark Fork River. This is another really long river. we'll be seeing this river when we get to Missoula. There we are, I-90. So we're going to get on I-90 for a couple miles. Then we're going to take a little break. I have a cold, and I have some orange juice in my top box, and have some of my orange juice and take a little break. I did not sleep well last night. I was up a long time. My nose just wouldn't clear, it was awful. It was so stuffy last night. My poor nose. So we're going to take a little break. And I think I got about 4, maybe 5 hours of sleep last night. I got a couple hours right out the gate, and then my nose was stuffy for like 2 or 3 hours. So we're going to stop at a rest stop here on I-90. So we're back on I-90. Well, we stopped back at the rest stop back there, and I think we rested about a half hour. Like I said, I have a cold. I didn't sleep so well last night, so I knew I needed to take a break. Drink the orange juice I bought back in Ennis, and now on to Missoula. On my right is the Clark Fork River. We'll see that in Missoula. But first, before we go to our hotel, Rick has another cafe-to-cafe stop, the notorious PIG. So we're going to stop there, Rick's going to take his picture, and then we'll go to the hotel. So we're in another construction zone here on I-90, and they got us going down as slow as 35. Narrow lane ahead, it says. So let's see what they're doing. They're working on the bridge. I see the overpass here. On the other side they're working on the overpass. Could be working on this side, we just don't see it. That was it. They're working on the overpass. We just don't see it. Well, it is hot outside. It is 98 degrees outside. It is hot. At the rest stop, I have a neck gaiter, and I went and put in the drinking fountain to get it all wet and put it around my neck. It did feel really good, but I think it's dried out now. So it's not quite as cold as it was when I first put it on. When I put it on, that coldness felt so good. Hot out. It might be time to check in. We'll go check to see if at least we can park our motorcycles, get out of our gear, and maybe walk somewhere and get something cold to drink. For me, I think the cold to drink agenda is orange juice. We got off I-90 here at exit 104, City Center, and we're going to go find the notorious PIG. And it is hot here in Missoula. It's over 100 degrees. It is hot. Can I just stop in the shady tunnel? Kettle House Brewing Company. Had to do it. The tunnel. Had to do it.
Hi everyone, we made it here to Missoula, Montana, and it is hot. It's 100 degrees here, and yeah, it's hot. Blue skies, 100 degrees, that's hot. I'm standing here at the Clark Fork River. This river begins in Butte, Montana, and runs all the way to Lake Pend Oreille, where it feeds Lake Pend Oreille. Lake Pend Oreille feeds the Pend Oreille River, which feeds into the Columbia River. The Clark River, which we've already been by earlier on this trip. When we were going by Lake Pend Oreille, we were actually then going along the Clark Fork River at that point. The South Clark River runs 310 miles. And I bet that's refreshing out there. I bet it would be really cold to jump into, but feel really good to jump into right now. Anyway, we're here in Missoula. Like I said, it's hot. But we got everything unpacked. So we had a really nice dinner at the notorious PIG, and that is where Rick got his picture taken for the cafe to cafe ride. And now we're just kind of hanging out in the park and trying to stay cool and in the shade. So I think I should go join the guys because they're sitting at a park bench in the shade. And I'm standing out here in this hot sun along the river. So today's ride was just scenery, nice vistas, the mountains, the hills, but no scenic viewpoints, no place to pull off. So I hope you enjoyed all the videos, and thank you so much for watching. If you like these videos, please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe for future videos. Thank you for watching.